All right, welcome to Eastchester Vault Week 5 watch party. We are here with some of the 2009 alumni. Very talented team, very physical team. We'll get into that a lot, but we'll just introduce the people that are here. We'll start with the youngest first. We'll start with our junior quarterback at the time, number 10, Tommy Dicarlo. He also played some outside linebacker this game as well. So, Tommy, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for doing this, Tom.
Yeah, absolutely. Next up, we'll go with number 43. He was a defensive end and causes a lot of havoc in this game. You'll see a ton of him. Joe Ricciardi. Joe, thanks for coming.
Thanks, Tom. Good to see you, man.
Absolutely. Now, here's the weird thing. I know Adamo and his last name's Cavaliere or Cavaliere. I'm not 100% sure. So I would love to know at this point. Adamo, how do you say your last name?
Cavaliere.
Okay.
Great to be here, Tone. Thank you for inviting me.
And you were number 66. What number were you?
59, 5'9".
59. And Adamo was a left guard in a very talented offensive line. I don't think you played too much defense this game, but you were forced on the offensive line. And we're going to see a lot of you there, so it's great to see you, Adamo. Appreciate you coming. And that would leave, there's only, right now, we may have some people joining up late, but last but certainly not least, he was a senior captain. He was number 1, and he was heart and soul of the defense, I would say, in a lot of different ways, but he was a outside linebacker, Mike Nader. Mike, thanks for coming.
Thanks for having us, Tony. Thanks for doing this, man.
All right, so as mentioned, we're going to play a little preview of the game. I think it's important after the preview, if there's some things you want to add. We know this is, one of the most epic wins in Eastchester history, but also a very big win in terms of everything that went into it. So if there's certain things that I missed, please, don't hesitate to add stuff. And then obviously we have to talk about 2 very special players shortly. All right, so let's get into it and enjoy. 7, they finished 9-1. 2000 Eastchester Vault Week 5. This time we're going back to the year 2009. We have a Game 3, third game of the season, matchup between the Eastchester Eagles and Rye Garnets. Very interesting build-up to this game. So I guess we should mention that Eastchester, throughout the last few years, has had a pretty good team. In 2007, they finished 9-1. 2008, they finished 8-2. And they were definitely, playing some very good football throughout the last couple of years. They have a real true opportunity here to knock off one of the powerhouses of Section 1. And coming into the game, Rye had been playing as a Class B school, has finally moved up to the Class A division. And while they're in Class B, they had won something like 60 consecutive Section 1 games. That means they haven't lost to a Section 1 opponent in over 7 years. Every time they played a Section 1 opponent, they won. The only games that they ever lost were out in the state regionals or in the state championship game against opponents like Shenango Forks. So they had won a ton of games in a row. They haven't lost in Section 1, and now we have a really great opportunity for a talented Eastchester team to be facing a very talented Rye team. And coming to this game, both teams are obviously 2-0, and Eastchester will play them at home in a September day. A little warm, a little hot, but it turns out to be just an instant classic that we're very excited to show everyone. Eastchester was led by its defense pretty much the whole year, but specifically in this game, they held Rye to only 7 points, and they totaled over 4 sacks, a lot of tackles from a lot of different players. The defense was led by linebacker senior Johnny Martin, number 42, and their defensive line consisting of Mike DeLegge, James Kehoe, Nick Orlando, and Joe Ricciardi. They had a field day against a very talented offensive line, getting pressure on the quarterback, but also getting a ton of tackles. When you see the D linemen, and their leading tacklers, for the most part, were their D linemen. Joe Ricciardi, Mike DeLegge, James Kehoe, all had over 5 tackles, and a bunch of them all contributed with sacks as well. This game gets off to a good start for Eastchester. They're going to hit a very big play early on. Eastchester's offense was quarterbacked by junior Tommy Dicarlo and was really anchored through their running back / wing back, Kevin Bronner, number 5. You'll see a lot of him on offense in this game, specifically in the passing game. Kevin Bronner was as fast as can be. Really did a tremendous job in the open field and was a tough physical runner. This game also had a good game by Johnny Martin at fullback, who, would add a big touchdown in this game. But ultimately, the game's going to come down to the final moments. After Eastchester takes an early lead, they're going to be kind of coasting a little bit, and then late in the third quarter, there's going to be a little bit of a unfortunate situation on a punt that's going to kind of change the tide of the game. Rye's going to take control of the game, and Eastchester is going to do all it can to hang on. And not to give too much of the ending away, this game will literally come down to a couple of inches deciding who's going to win this game. And I think once you see the end, you'll realize what I'm talking about. But it's a really great game from beginning to end, physical football, and it's a season-changing game for Eastchester, who has a big opportunity to knock off one of the best teams. And by the end, they end up doing it, but it is an exciting one at that. So without further ado, we want to show you Eastchester Rye 2009. Eastchester trying to knock off Rye for the first time in Section 1 in over 7 years, handing Rye its first loss since their early 2000s. Enjoy.
All right, so that's a little spiel, guys. Things that you guys remember about, some things about this game or just kind of your feelings coming into it. The floor is open to you guys. And then obviously we'll talk about Nick and Dylan.
I mean, we were just hyped up. We knew all the hype that Rye came with it. We know they bring their fans wherever they go, and we were just ready. It was our homecoming. We knew we could play with anybody, so we weren't afraid. I feel like whoever plays Rye, they lose before they even go in the game because they're playing Rye. Their prestige speaks for itself, and they earned that. But we didn't care. We went in this, and we were like, yo, we could play with anybody, and we showed up, and we were ready to go.
Yeah, and I think I could say when we were a couple years younger and we came up from Class B to Class A, we made it look like a cakewalk. We were dominant. We beat a lot of teams. And I think these guys expected to come up and just compete and win the same way that they won on B because they saw us do it. And for us, it was a test to kind of tell these guys, like, we're here because we belong here. You guys got to prove it too. Right. And, it was just back and forth, and it's a great game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as far as our friends Nick and Dylan, they were obviously cherished members of the team and the community, but obviously monsters in the game and on the field, and true playmakers. And happy to be able to watch some plays where we get to play with them.
Yeah, Nick DePippo, number 31, plays safety in this game. Dylan Archer fights through a leg injury throughout this whole game, number 34. He is a middle linebacker for us, and he doesn't make a huge play at the end of the game, but he inspires a lot of people. You'll see exactly what we mean as the end of the game rolls around. And, we know that this is a tough situation, because of, Nick and Dylan. We love them so much, and, I know they're kind of watching here with us right now, but they do play an important game here, and I know looking back, it's going to be just great to see them flying around, Joe, so I appreciate you saying that. All right. So, Adamo, anything you want to add, or are we good to go, you think?
Yeah, I mean, this was an exciting game coming in. I think what we were told is they were on an 82-game win streak, but, you can't be – a bunch of stuff to try to hype us up, throughout the season before every game. What I do know is I live in Rye now, and they have a lot of banners around town from all their win streak leading up to this game, and after this one. But they were really proud, and they had reason to be leading up to it, but we were excited to put an end to it.
Yeah, no, really well said, Adamo. I think I want to go back to something Mike said too. Like, they beat teams sometimes before they walk on the field. Now, unfortunately, I've coached against Rye since them a bunch, and there have been games where their name just – we step on the field and, like, we're intimidated by them. And, you guys are not that team. You guys are not that team at all. So I knew once this game was coming that you guys had an excellent chance to win. And not only that, you guys are going to be physical with them. And that's not something many teams do with them. And you see this game, you guys are very physical with them.
I think the confidence came through the whole summer, the summer practice, the 2 days. When we were at New Rochelle camp, I think we were playing some of our best football. We were going toe-to-toe with New Rochelle and Iona. Yep. And the conditioning we were in, the level we were in through the summertime, we were ready to face anybody.
Right.
Yeah. I just had a thought. I haven't thought of this in like maybe 10 years, but I remember, maybe you guys do too, at Camp Sloan, we did Oklahoma's for the first time.
Oh.
And I will still say there's never been more physical Oklahoma drill than that drill at Camp Sloan. I remember Johnny Martin, like, literally killing people. And, like, it was the first time we had to stop Oklahoma's because we're like, okay, this may be a little too much.
I got goosebumps, Tony, that you just said that.
Yeah.
Still to
I
this
remember.
day. Yeah.
God, so crazy. Coming out of that, and everybody was just like, you're like a wild animal coming out of that drill, man. And, like, we hit the water break, and, like, we were just all together. Tony, I totally forgot about that, man. And thank you for bringing that up, because you're right. That was one of the most intense things I've ever done as a person. Forget football.
Yeah.
Like, that Oklahoma drill in that, oh, my God, Tony. Great.
Nobody even wanted water, if I remember. Everybody's just like, we're good. Like, let's just go. Let's do it.
I was 2 years removed from playing, and I'm like, I didn't want to participate in that.
It was
that looked crazy.
Madness, man.
Yeah, no, you boys hit. That was for sure. All right, let's get to it. We'll add some things as the game goes on. We'll play it muted until we get some big plays. Obviously, the kickoff here, starts by Rye. And we got the ball to start. And we do get off to a good start overall, but this first play is not exactly drawn up to perfection, as you're about to see. First off, really nice here with reverse, and Bronner and Reyna gets a little.
Look at KB, bro. Oh, he was so smooth with the ball.
He was so fast.
Oh.
All right, here we go. First big play. We fumbled on the first play. So, Tom, I'll go right to you. Do you remember about the pitching it? Did Justin drop it? Was it a little behind the ball? From our view, we just couldn't see what really happened.
Selfishly, I'll say that I hit him right in the hands and he dropped it. But honestly, I just think like the goosebumps were so fired up at that point, and like even though we all played a lot, like you're just ready to go and you expect things to go perfectly, and sometimes they don't. And, you expect to maybe, have the ball land back into your stomach and get up and run the next play. But we put ourselves in a bad spot and immediately had to defend a short field. So it wasn't great.
Yeah. What's so interesting is I'm watching their sideline now that they're almost like, whatever. Like, we have the first play forced a fumble. We'd be jumping all up and down. They're kind of just like clapping. The fans are clapping. This is a team that's won 60 games. You could tell this is like just another game for them. And, for us, it's obviously a big difference.
Yep.
And, we got our defense going here.
Yeah.
And
I'm telling you one thing. Our defense walked on the field, and we didn't care how short a field we got. Yeah. We always did that. We came on the field, and we're like, all right, we're going to get a 3-and-out no matter what, or 4-and-out, wherever we are on the field. We did not care. That's one thing I loved about our defense, man.
It's a real intense moment here. So Johnny Martin. Johnny Martin forces a fumble. It looks like we have it. I know Tommy thinks we have it, and all the coaches do. Cubit is coming on the field. Justin's coming on the field. They ended up recovering it. So it gets us into a third down, but keep it going here. Handoff again. As Mike Mastone, his first tackle of the game. No, it's Bronner on that one. Bronner and Nick Pippo coming up nice. All right, now we start. We get a first down.
Mm-hmm.
Big D line. So tough to tell who gets the stop there, but I believe it's DeLeggy, Kehoe, Dylan, and Johnny filling up there.
Their strengths for our strengths, man. They like that power football, come at you, and that was the teeth of our that was the strength of our defense.
Yeah, they got a couple good short plays. Keep going.
We had a lot of big bodies out there too, so when they tried to take a sideline like that, it's hard to really find a hole because we were quick and we were big. So we made a lot of those stops out there.
Gap control
without giving up too much yardage.
Yeah. Let's see that quick D line going at it because it's coming now.
Oh, we go. Joe R.
Joe R. Jimmy Kehoe.
Well,
I don't even think you have a pass move here, Joe. It's just like
Oh,
Joe sent up with the
I was
ball.
waiting for him to come outside maybe, but
yeah. Jaw was
just had to
nice.
take him in.
That grip.
that right tackle there, like tries to cut block you,
Yeah,
and then you just like kind of sway him off. The running wing doesn't block you. The fullback can't block you, and that gets a big sack there after turnover. Now, you remember taking the ball? Was this a fumble that they didn't call, or you're holding it right now?
Yeah, I don't even know how you got the ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember that.
Hands was on the ground.
It might have been a fumble.
It might have been. All right, but a big sack there puts them in 3rd and long. Now, Rye has always had a very good, passing offense. And this is the thing. You guys were very well understanding. Like, you knew probably what play was coming here. They were going to probably run a little waggle.
Yep.
And
Go
we're
to.
ready for it.
Yeah.
Nicky O is going to get loose here, I think.
Nicky. Nice, man. That was a great play. Great. He came up hyped.
Yeah. And Nicky's a little mild-mannered, too.
Yes,
you know?
right?
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that boy. You chased him down.
Coverage in the back end was very good. They contained well, and Nicky O just hustled and made the play and gets a big sack there. And that was huge for this D-line, because I think if we let up a touchdown to them early, they have a big win streak, it's going to be a little tough.
They actually lost yards on that drive. What did they start on, like the 40, I think?
Well, yeah, they absolutely did. 40, 41, 42. Good punt here. They pin us a little bit. And
We never had the best special teams, man. We could never get that going.
it was tough, yeah. The first game versus Saunders, we had the kick return, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
The first play, but then after that, yeah, we didn't get much after.
Our kickoff and our punts are always there. They're always tough, man.
This time, Tommy's running a little midline. They get a few yards here. And I'm pretty sure a big play is coming, so let's just enjoy this one.
Let's go. Look at that throw, bro.
Kevin, the Super 11 trying to chase him down. See you later.
That boy.
He's quick.
So much there. So talk me through it, guys.
Oh, you want to go first, Tommy?
I mean, you can put the ball out to somebody like that fast, and it makes you look really good. Anybody could have thrown that pass and just you hit Kevin. I actually underthrow him a little bit. He had to come back for it, and still was able to pull away. And I just remember just go, 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 and he just kept going. It was a great play for us to start the game.
Oh, what it blew the game wide open, man. And I remember that kid 41, right? All we heard was how good he was. They had 2 Super 11 guys, so that was
McCormick, right? Is that it?
Yeah, McCormick, and then Eck, the quarterback.
Yeah.
So we had 2 Super 11 guys. We all we kept hearing how good this kid was, and then we knew Kevin, bro. That's Kevin Bronner. That kid burning him, that's Kevin Bronner. We knew we had him, and we knew that kid 41 could not stop him, man. And we knew we had him. So it's just crazy, and it just puts everything in perspective. That's the one trying to catch Kevin. It was beautiful. We saw that, and we're like, yo, we're going to take it to this team, man, and we're going to win this game. I knew right from that moment that we were going to win this game.
Well, it was almost like best on best, right? It was like our fastest guy versus their fastest guy, and he just flew right by him. It's a great feeling.
Amazing. It was totally amazing. Look, he was right there, and Kevin just puts that extra burner on, man. Extra burner. One thing about Kevin, man, I can't talk about him enough. He was the best person on the field, no matter who we played.
Yeah.
Man, if that boy didn't get hurt, he would have been something. He was already something special, but he would have been incredible. Numbers that are unheard of.
Didn't he win that combine that he went to in Nurse Show? He plays first base with speed and drills. I forget what combine it was he went to. And he showed up and impressed everybody. Unranked guy. He knew who he was, and he showed up. He was the fastest guy there, the strongest guy there.
Amazing, bro. Oh, my God.
He was legit speed. Legit.
And I think it was interesting that we went to throwing the ball that early.
Yeah.
Because, we always just ran.
All day.
So, for myself, I was always like, no, let's throw.
Yeah.
So to agree to it and to see it kind of work out that way, it was kind of, rewarding to see that, we could do things like this.
Oh, man. Amazing.
You know what's so funny is Mike Bastone's great receiver.
Yeah.
Mike Bastone here, I think, gets caught up at the line. And I'm going to be honest, like, this is, like, not a good – like, Kevin doesn't run the wheel, like, very good, but he's just so fast. You know what I mean? He's so fast. He should be outside the numbers. Mike should be more inside. It doesn't matter.
Right.
He just ran by
In
him.
the same spot, yeah.
Don't matter. That was awesome. And
Oh.
I'm not going to play the sound again, but listening to it on film is I forgot how many people were at this game. You don't see it, but there was a ton of people here. And when you hear the crowd explode and then that massive air horn,
Put the fans in it. It put the fans. This play got the fans involved, and we felt that energy, man. You feel that when the fans are behind you and they believe you can win too. You feel that how it like flipped the switch, man. It was great.
Let's listen to it one more time because I think hearing the crowd just be kind of quiet and then boom, there's an explosion. I remember as a young coach hearing the crowd here.
Yeah.
I don't remember them setting up those extra bleachers for any other game. See all the extra bleachers on the away side?
Yep, I saw that.
I think we expected that we were going to have a big crowd for this game, and people showed up.
Yeah, it was. It was. Yeah, we don't get it on our sideline from the camera here, but it definitely was. All right, we got the big play we needed.
Right? Made the extra point. Yo, we never make the extra point.
Chris Gulata was like our first real kicker in a while.
I know, and he was so new to the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was very good, very talented. It was his first year, I think, playing football, right?
Yeah, his next year he was much better too.
I'm sure he developed probably into a great kicker.
Yeah.
He had all the talent. Yeah,
nice tackle.
Look at
Big
that.
special teams tackle by Nick Saviano there. All right, so we get him in pretty good field position. They're going to start this time. Tommy, great strafe. Way to get off that block and make that tackle.
Great play, man.
It's just like almost the arrogance of them that they just ran that trap like over and over and over. And you're like, we're better than you.
Yeah.
But at the same token, you have to kind of be ready for the pass to come off of it. So, they keep you on your toes the whole game. It's tough.
Yep.
There's a good pass there from Jordan Ack.
Yeah, man.
That kid was good.
Tight end was good, man.
He would look off his wide receiver. I remember he would do his little shuffle in the backfield, look somebody off, throw the pass. He was probably the best quarterback we faced.
I agree.
I think.
I agree.
Yep. Oh, there comes. We'll get the sound going on that one.
Ooh, nice play. Who was that?
Kehoe.
You talk about real top players in Eastchester football last 15 years. He's got to be in the conversation.
Definitely. Both sides of the ball, man. He was a
both sides.
monster. And he moved so well for being so massive of a guy. He moved so well, man. It was tough. He was a tough dude.
So athletic there. It's Bastone and Nader.
Yeah, great
Check
play,
in.
man. That was Bastone came up on that. Nice.
Yeah, he was not afraid of this game, Mike.
Yeah, man.
I run waggle this way. That's behind.
Their play calling was nice. They had they tried to their best to keep us off balance all game. They really did. You could tell they're a very well coached team, man.
Yeah, that is no
They
doubt.
threw a lot. I want to know this kid's attempts for the game. They threw a lot.
Well, I didn't keep theirs, but yeah, they definitely had over 15, probably closer to 20 attempts.
Damn, we inside the one.
Did you pin that on the one?
Dude, our special teams. It's just amazing. It's just it was all season. It was all season.
Yeah. All right, so now we're just back to the wall here and just trying to get out a little bit. Yeah. We got Tommy going for a play we made up for them. I think it was called Ice, and we have a little success there.
Ice, yep.
Yeah.
It wasn't cold, right? Was there a cold play?
It was cold. This was in between that. It wasn't a full quarterback counter type of thing. It was something in between, and we get some good chunks there.
Yeah.
This time we try and get Justin Reyna going, I think.
Yeah.
I don't even think this is like a bad – I mean, we have an unblocked guy here. Their linebacker just shoots through and just makes a great play.
Mm-hmm.
Gets us.
Yeah, that was a good play. Yeah, that linebacker played that well. Shot right through the gap.
Well, we talked about the passing game, Tommy. I think we got a big one coming here, so let's take a look.
Woo! Go, baby.
First off, I want to talk to Adamo because I saw this a couple of days ago when I was watching this film. You're out here, number 59. You have a great block. Sealing it there. Kehoe's leading. So, Adamo, you remember this play at all?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. I mean, it was something that I used to try to do whenever we would run this. I'd get out there as fast as I can and just try to seal off and hit whoever I can. I got that guy number 41 on this one, I remember. I remember he went to the ground, but I don't know if they catch it on camera.
I see it. Oh, I definitely see it.
What'd you do? What'd he do?
Watch it carefully.
Ground.
Yeah. Throws into the ground.
Damo looking quick.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll put a little pancake on Mr. Super
extra.
11 for that one.
Yeah.
I still can't believe that he just got him here.
Got him. Oh my God! What a
They speed again. I'll tell you, we used to, even from when we started playing, when Mike's dad used to coach us, he would be on the sideline screaming to Kevin, "Run to the corner! Run to the corner!" And
Yep.
no, that's just what he does. He just runs to the corner, he goes right up that sideline, and he's gone.
Yeah. It just got him there, but I mean, we're feeling pretty good at this point, right, boys?
Oh yeah.
You know, because now we know we're punching in the mouth a little bit, and we got a very good field position. Now it's just crazy. They're on their own 90. You know, we're on ahead of to go 95 yards or whatever it was.
Yep.
Tommy again, nice run up the middle for 7. This time's a penalty. Sideline warning, it looks like.
It's not every day that your quarterback's the strongest guy on the team. Oh, it was always amazing, man.
What were you benching, Bio Jr.? Just 300?
Not that much. Maybe
You remember that?
But listen, I mean, the whole offseason, you know, the tone came from the top where everybody was at workouts, and we had, you know, like 60 guys there. You know what I mean? It definitely showed itself throughout the whole year.
Yes.
Whereas, you know, in the past, people get worn down, and, you know, people would leave practice and go to the gym. You know, it makes a difference, especially when you're trying to compete at that high level.
That was the success of our team, I think.
You
Getting in the gym. I used to work out before, you know, everybody at Fest. We used to take working out and lifting weights very seriously. And the conditioning, you know, I think the conditioning is just, it's everything.
We've had some teams struggle in the past. You guys were not one of them. I remember specifically you guys probably having the best summer fast camp numbers ever.
Yeah.
At least in the 15 years I've been there.
Yeah, I mean, and everybody would come from work and, you know, just go right to do it. Like, nobody had excuses. Like, we knew what we were kind of striving towards.
Yeah.
And if you,
you know,
and if you didn't show up, it's kind of like, you know, your friends got on you. It's like, yo, where were you? You know, why weren't you at Fest, man? Why weren't you at Fest? And, you know, we were such a tight group, man. We'd go to
the
Fest,
answer would be usually Mike's basement or Johnny's basement too, if we weren't there. So
yep. Always work. Man.
Yeah. That's something we always try and preach to our boys, but you guys were the role models for that. You know, always being in the gym, and just I remember sitting at, like, you know, monitoring you guys at Fast Camp, just, you know, being a coach, being there. You guys always had 40 guys, 50 guys. Like, we never had that, you know, since you guys left, and that's something we definitely want to get back. So if you're a young kid watching this, get your butt in the weight room. Okay, get with Coach Shane and do those things, because it's a huge difference. 3rd down and 1 here. I actually love the play call. Taking a shot here. It doesn't work out. I know, Tommy, you get sacked here. But I think we tried to get a little post wheel, and we take a not so good sack there, and we're forced to punt.
yeah, that's what you call dumb.
And it happens. But the you know, that was the type of, you know, game plan we had coming in. We weren't going to be afraid to lose to them. and I think we'll see some, special teams plays at the end of the game where we make some big plays.
Lucky bounce on that. Look at the Pippo. Always.
Yeah.
He's always flying in, bro.
Run waggle this time. This time they hit the fullback out.
Yeah.
Dylan on the knee injury. This is the tackle. Baston cleans it up.
That's where Dylan got hurt?
Dylan's been kind of hurt. I think he's been hurt earlier in this game. I think he's fighting through it. I could be wrong, though.
No, I think you're right.
He was hurt from the last game.
Correct. He's been hurt the whole game. He's just literally trying to fight through it.
Probably comes out.
I remember coming in one Sunday, and he had his knee all blown out. I think it was this game.
Dylan always had something, man. His shoulder, his arm, his knee. Like, he always had something.
We felt like he never sat. Never sat.
He just played with, like, that reckless abandon.
Yes.
You know, that he might not have been, like, the fastest or the strongest or whatever, but, like, if you said run through this wall right here, he was going to do it and not even ask, like, a question. Like, okay, let's go. Bro, let's do it. You know what I mean? And that's just what made him such a good player for us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good heart, man.
All right, pretty quick first quarter, I felt like. Going into the second quarter now. Rye's moving a little bit. Mike Nader does a good job stringing it out.
Excellent feather.
Yeah. So remember that term, feather.
Dislocated my finger on that one, and it's
talk to me.
It still hurts to this day. And every time I heard it, I say, oh, it's worth it. Every time I grip something, like right when I reach out to him right there,
I see it. Yeah.
My grip broke, and I dislocated my middle finger. The Rye finger, I still call it.
We knew you weren't coming out.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you would have to carry me out of this game. There's no way.
So this is one thing I had a question for. As a great, second effort by them. Great hit by Mike. Yeah. So Lucia played linebacker, but that's also Lucia there at the end, right? He did both?
Yeah.
No, he's blitzing.
He's at Mac right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dylan.
Yeah. He almost made that play. So Dylan had to come out. He's probably just hurt too bad.
Yeah, he's hobbling around at this point.
I remember number 10, he did a woo in my ear as we walked back, and I said, all right, I'm going to get you later, number 10. I remember that. I will never forget that in my life. After the sideline, he came back. He did a nice woo in my ear. Never forget
quiet arrogance.
Oh, yeah.
That was definitely part of Mike's leadership on the field. He was definitely talking the most out of anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And,
I was going to say, I don't remember Mike saying 2 words on the field.
What?
I'm going to say I probably did a couple woos in their ear as well. But.
Mike, talk now. Joe Ricciardi makes a great play here, coming flat down the line, running back.
Wallowing people.
That's it. Third down coming. All right. Got a big throw there. Looks like we blew the coverage a little bit.
Ah, man. Right there.
Good play by
stand him up. Nice form tackle. There you go, Kev.
All right. So now, Mike, so now we're starting to get into like territory because right now Dylan's out.
Yes. I think Johnny's out too. I didn't
Johnny's
even
cramping, right?
Johnny Martin's cramping. And you're playing now middle linebacker.
Yeah.
Dean's will. And I'm like, okay, please don't score because like we have so many guys out of position now.
I didn't even know where to line up. That was the first time ever playing. I think they got me at Mick because Lucia played. No. Yeah. No. I'm Mac, right?
Yeah. So I think something interesting happened in the program after this game. I want to say Coach Fred requires all his Sams to know Mick and Mac and all his Micks and Macs to know Sam because of this game. Honestly.
This. I've never played it, never, anything. And they're like, all right, you're playing middle linebacker now. I was like, okay.
Yeah. So we'll go back to this one here after Jordan Eck makes a little bit of a good run. But
back in on that.
Yeah, Joey, feel like you get through a little bit, cause some pressure here. Yep, that's you coming across, force him outside the pocket. There was a hold that missed.
It's Fred asking for it.
Yeah. And the handoff.
Yeah.
There was the hold. Now it's coming back. Great open field tackle by Nick and Mike. So we got the makeup call we wanted a little bit.
finally.
All right. Let's see. So I want to just play this play, then I want to say something, and I'll leave it open to you guys. But this is a big play because Rye's moving the ball like they usually do, but something's going to happen here.
Oh, what a play. What a play.
I feel like that's going to happen almost every time you throw it up on our defensive backs.
Let me tell you something.
Right, Tony? Play football against.
Let me tell you something. I was gonna have to bring up flag football. Mike Backstone was a kid who after high school got even better as a corner and receiver, but he was in this particular point in the game. They run this play so much, this waggle play, and I've been coaching them for years now, and they're always successful on it. No matter, we can tell them exactly the routes the team's going to run. They always just run it great. And this is like the first time I can ever recall as a coach that they try to stop, throw the ball deep down the field on this play, and it's usually a touchdown. And this time, Backstone gets a huge interception. So
I'll tell you what's great about Backstone, right? Most of us that were on this team, we went through Blue Devils. We played since we were 6 years old, right? This was Backstone's third year ever playing football. He started playing when he was in 10th grade. And you knew right there he was so raw, but he was going to be so good. He's so athletic, man. Yeah. And it's just amazing that he was able to, like, become a football player in such a short amount of time. Because this game, you start when you're young, the fundamentals, man. And most of our team, we played, when we were kids, like babies. But Backstone started, later than everybody. And he ended up being one of the best people on our team, hands down.
Yeah. What a tremendous
there was a lot of fencing with all the, injuries and, the worry about, hitting your head. And it took some convincing to get his parents to get him to play. Because I grew up around the block from Backstone, and I played football with him when we were little kids. And he was always good like this. And we used to try to get him to play. Yeah. And I remember we would always try to, you got to play. But it took some convincing to get his parents to finally let him play.
Yep.
And we're so glad he did because he was a hell of a football player. Yeah. He makes a lot of plays this season at receiver and at corner, But that was a huge one. First handoff for Johnny Martin. He ends up with a pretty good game. It's his first one for 5 there.
Johnny was hurting too bad this game, man.
Yeah. Right now we decided to go in a little bit of I formation, get Connor going. You playing a little tight end here, Mike, right?
Yeah, I'm at tight end. Oh man, I love the I, and I think we always know the tight end. So if we did
Mike, you know what it was? I came in tight end for like 1 or 2 games when we'd run double tight ends. Yeah. And I forget what was the game when we played under the lights. Great time, but I was more of a defensive end than I was a tight end. I'll say honestly.
Yeah, look like Giza was the other tight end there.
Yeah.
Triple option has some great things about it, but sometimes, it's tough to get like a Bronner the ball. So this is always our opportunity to do that now.
You want to get Kevin as many touches as you can, right. So this is the best way to do it. Especially you got Johnny blocking for him in the eye. You guys don't run somewhere, right, Tone?
Well, we do. We just out of shotgun.
Okay.
It's weird. We have what we do now at a shotgun is a combination of the 2 offenses. But no, our best play is power right and power left. So we just do it from gun now.
That's it.
Hard-nosed football, we try and be at least, and still think it's the best way to play.
It's just what's coming, but we're just gonna say our guys are bigger, stronger, faster, and we're gonna try to come at you right away. You know what plays are gonna come.
So now Lucia's playing offense as well. So wow, he stepped up big in this game. I don't remember him playing much offense.
So who was hurt that he had to come in? What was he playing?
I think maybe Kehoe was cramping.
Maybe. We had a lot of cramps. It must have been hot.
It was
so hot that day.
We had a lot of
right guard. Yeah. He was just at right guard. It's Nicky O's out or something.
Right, okay, yeah. All right, so Johnny gets through kind of clean here. It's also tough because us and Harrison ran the same offense, and Rye was rivals with Harrison. And so they were used to this offense. So we had to be a little creative when running some new plays and just kind of take what we could here. So right now what's underrated is there's like less than 3 minutes left in the half. So we know it's 7-0. So I think the goal now is to make sure they don't touch the ball again.
Yep.
All right. Or, hopefully we get a score, but definitely hope they don't touch the ball again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think going into the eye here and going into just ground and pound was good successful idea.
All we need is that one score. We felt like, we get that one score. That's how I felt all the time. If you offense gives you one touchdown, we'll be able to hold it. That's how I felt.
Look at that one. Look at that. Boom. Right up, Tommy.
Nice play.
Yeah, good job getting up the field there by Tommy. 3rd and 1 coming. What do you think? Yep.
Mike, I agree with you 100% though, man. Every time, as long as the offense was showing some promise, we had that ultimate confidence in our defense and, it served us well.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. You guys, I would say within the last 15, 20 years, one of the top defenses, if not the top defense, between the secondary, the physicality. But yeah, you guys could play a low scoring game, but I think you guys could play high scoring games too. But versus Rye, they're also very good defense. This is just grind it out.
They played that 5. What was it? 6-2, 5-2. What did they play?
They played it 6-1, and the more guys you put in, the more people they put in, and sometimes look like a 6-2 or a 6-3. They run a very similar defense now. It's tough to stop.
Tough.
And we still decided we're just going to run a ball right through you.
Right through it. Yeah.
Well, we just pounded it down their throats this whole time.
Yeah, this has been a good drive. We don't get a good play there, just in terms of ball. I was not on the headset. I'm a young coach. I'm more like a spectator of this game, but I've been with Coach Fred long enough now. He's like, okay, keep it on the ground, keep the clock moving, because he knows that as a defensive coach, this is great for his defense. This is great for our team.
Yep. Yeah, it's probably a bad read there.
Yeah, looked like it. It's going to happen. I can't speak for Coach Boyer. Let me try and get outside. All right, 3rd down coming.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. It said this is a kind of big play. So we went back to that twirl screen that Kevin ran for a 50, 60-yard gain.
Yeah.
This time they cover it up a lot better.
They brought too many guys that we couldn't block, That's just that's why.
Now, Tom, they rolled you for a sack here. I think you throw it.
My knee is definitely not down.
Yeah, I think you throw it. But I guess that's neither here nor there. But I think this is an okay throw. And Kevin's in the vicinity, so it shouldn't be grounding. But, yeah, they just call a good blitz here and cover it up nice.
Yeah.
That's what made Rye good, too. It was tough to get the same play on them twice that we had a big play on. So this is actually the last play of the half. So we did our job kind of like running out the clock.
Definitely.
Now we're going to try our Hail Mary to the end zone. And it's an exciting play, so let's take a look.
Oh,
Just missed.
The Odell Beckham.
He tried to Odell it 6 years before Odell could Odell
right?
it.
Who was that? The Pippo?
No, that's Kev.
That's Kevin.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
man.
If there's one guy could have made that play, it would be him.
Yeah.
It just missed.
Look at that. That's beautiful right there.
Nothing.
0. That's 0. I love that.
All right. Well, we'll get off to a pretty good start, and then there's going to be – oh, man, our hearts are going to come out of our chest in the 4th quarter. All right. Kick off the start here.
It's wild. It's wild how you watch that even without the volume. It brings that energy right back. I remember exactly how it was that day.
Yeah. Good kick by Gulati here, pinning him, and then he falls. That's like a very un-Rye thing to do, but we'll take it.
I know, right? It's like when they mess up, it's kind of like you look and you're just like, wow, they actually messed up. They made a mistake. Yeah. It's rare.
Not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
See if anyone's coming in. Oh, I think we got maybe Coach Fred joining in. Let's see. Coach Fred, are you here? There he is.
Hey, Coach.
There he is.
We'll stop the game a little bit. Say hi to Coach Fred. Coach Fred, thanks for coming.
Sure.
Hi.
Coach Fred, how you doing?
What's up, Coach?
What's happening,
I
guys?
think we had you the other way. Not much. Doing well. How about yourself?
Same old. How's the game?
Good.
Well, we just got to halftime. 7-0, we're up.
Oh.
Defense playing well, Coach. You'd be happy.
Yeah, man. That 0. We love that 0.
Love that 0.
That's it.
Nick DePippo in there with the tackle.
Sure. God.
Okay, Joe Ricciardi. Just see, you felt like you had enough of them running that dive to the left.
There's enough of that.
Yep. He's slanting in here,
At some point, you got to say enough's enough.
and you let
Good
the
job, Joe.
let the Super 11 kid know.
Yeah.
Run it to the other way. No, you really shut McCormick down. I mean, he has a touchdown, I think, in this game, but you guys really do a good job. Bastone again with the
I think
tackle.
got me on that one.
Yeah, 24.
Yeah. Oh, he was good, man. He was very good.
I think here comes Nick on the next play.
Yeah, we're getting it going. This time it was Mike DeLegge. Mike DeLegge has a good game. He ends up with 8 tackles in this game. So I think it's the first time I mentioned him. He has a really good game here. Is this it, Adamo? I think this is it. Let's unmute and see. I think that was Joe again. That was Joe again.
Oh,
Better stop running to Joe's side.
They try it again.
they tested it.
Out. That time it was DePippo and Kevin Bronner coming up for the tackle. This is it. This is just, let's enjoy this one. I remember hearing that one.
Look at the Pippo. He's a madman.
Oh, what a
awesome play.
Oh, man, what a play.
Is that Nick chirping a little?
That's it. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
100%. Yeah.
I would say
Like,
me and
you
him were
could've-
tied
you
for talking the most.
What a hit.
Could have said that without watching the game.
You know, look at him. He gets all hype, man.
What a great hit. Good form tackle, too. Completely clean, completely legal. It's just good football.
They got some bodies in the backfield there, too, you know?
Yeah.
Not a flag now, Tone?
Say that again?
That's not a flag now?
Yeah, everything's a
It
flag
might
now.
be. It might be. It might be. I honestly don't know.
We would have got a lot of flags if we played in today's game.
Yeah.
I know I would have at least.
All right, so get us a good field position. Tommy coming through on a midline, it looks like, for 9. We just know what it's going to be. You know, that we hit some big plays early. Now we just got to kind of grind this drive out for a big touchdown. And we have some eventful things happen, so we'll get to it. This time, Tommy's going to roll out.
That's a big boy chasing him.
Nice block, Johnny.
Big block there. I think that was by Bronner.
Ooh.
Play.
Honor, yeah.
You guys see it coming in.
Just play, Tommy.
There you go,
Unfortunately,
Tom.
though, we had a little yellow flag on the field.
Missed it.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess this is to a second down. They hand it off. Oh, no. They got Tommy for a loss. And puts us in the 3rd and long. Big play coming here, though.
Go, Tommy.
This is what we were trying to do just before.
Wow. Wow.
Tommy, when you threw this, was this just like, okay, well, Kevin has one-on-one. We like that matchup sort of thing, or what'd you think?
Yeah, I mean, anytime we got Kevin on the edge, can you hear me? Anytime we got Kevin on the edge, we're gonna try and take a shot. You know, he was just better than whoever they had on him, regardless of who it was.
Yeah.
And I mean, my footwork is incredible here, if you notice. So I'm already leaning that way. I have no chance to throw the ball back right. So, of course, I'm going to take a shot with Kevin every time.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I think the O-line, Adamo gets great protection. Kehoe, DeLegge, Orlando.
Yep.
Right, everyone gets good protection. And get that big completion that we needed. And I really just felt like Kevin was the best player on the field. You know, he was better than the 2 Super 11 kids they had. So we're just going to keep going at him. And he kept going at it. And I think we feature him here again. He almost breaks it.
He might have had a $150 receiving this game.
I will show you the stats at the end. I don't want to ruin it. But, yeah, we can say that.
It's amazing.
All right, Johnny Martin getting through here. And now it's like, okay, let's just not turn it over. Let's put this in. We feel like we're in good shape. And I'll say something about this play after it happens when you guys talk. But I found this play really interesting and cool for a couple of reasons. But let's watch. Okay. So you guys remember anything about this drive or this play before I speak?
Anything in particular?
I mean, you just kind of know when you're wrong a little bit. You know, you feel when somebody's coming down, coming down on you on defense, but especially on offense, when the plays are just working the way they're supposed to, you know you're going to score. You know what I mean? Even if you have a little setback, you know you're going to score. And to see Johnny score after, basically just being a tackling dummy all season long and not saying a word, just being totally complacent with it and just going in untouched almost, it's a pretty cool thing to watch from behind.
Mm-hmm.
Do we watch our left guard, Mr. Adamo, on this play?
Adamo.
I remember every play I put somebody on the floor. I remember.
Definitely do here. You opened this hole up really nice. Let's take a look. He's kind of shoot up to the linebacker, and he's on the floor. That must have felt good.
Great block.
Yeah. You were always so low to the ground that you got under their pads. That was it.
Right under them.
And obviously pushed through.
I hate me to be low to the ground.
I know you guys had confidence coming into this game, but does it feel like a little bit of a reality now that you guys have a great chance to win up 13-0?
Oh, we knew we were winning this game. Like at this moment, 2 scores with our defense, we felt like, maybe it was even a little overconfidence. That's probably how they got the score, and it came closer than it was. Maybe if we were up 1 score, we wouldn't have let that score, come through, when it did. But we were feeling real good at this point.
Yeah, I remember when Johnny snuck through. So first off, from the sideline, I remember when he snuck through, it almost looked like he was stopped in the backfield from my perspective. And then I looked to the end zone, I'm like, oh yeah, Johnny's in. That's perfect. And then, we kind of have this confidence. And then I remember like walking back, and I kind of turned to see the extra point, and I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
I'm like, that may come back to bite us in the butt a little bit.
We knew their kicking was phenomenal. Their kicker was one of the best. I think one from Harrison was better, obviously, but he was like the second best kicker I've ever seen in my life.
Right.
Like he nailed extra points every time. So that bothered me a lot. Obviously, seeing the extra point not going good, because we knew if they somehow scored twice, they were getting the extra points.
Yeah. And while you're talking, Mike, I do want to shout you out. You just made a nice tackle on special teams. I know you played somewhere in the middle on kickoff.
Right next to the kicker, the wedge breaker. I don't know if they have that position anymore.
Kind of. You still got it. You don't call it that, but it's something, something like that. First one down there.
Got to sound a lot nicer nowadays, probably. Right?
Yeah. So they try to dive to the left of Joe again, and
doesn't work.
Bronner's there, and Joe's there, and there's a penalty flag. You guys are definitely getting a sense at it. All right, now we got to feel like we put the nail in the coffin sort of thing. And they throw it out there. Bastone, Johnny, and Nick come up for the tackle there. Puts us second and 11 or so.
I think is this Lucia coming up now?
Yeah.
He does a nice spot of the ball. Yeah, is it?
Yeah, that was great. Let's give him some love here. Play it here. That I thought it was awesome, just a kid that, came in for Dylan and was a backup, and he makes a big play in a game like this after, after Dylan goes out. That's huge. This time they try and run the waggle again. Protection's good. They throw it over the middle. I'm not sure who got that. It probably would look like Nick there, but protection was really good. Pressure was good, and forced the punt.
Yep.
But we're in the third quarter now. Couple minutes left. Pretty good field position. It's like we know if we score here, the game's over probably.
Yeah.
And this becomes a little interesting.
Yeah.
But this is why we're probably watching the game.
Back to I love it. Back to I.
Yeah, it makes sense, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Ball. Kevin kind of jumping around. Good gain of 4. Kid brought him down with one arm. Good for that kid, 25.
Oh, boy.
Seriously.
He's a big boy.
You get Kevin down? Good for him. Oh, my goodness. Is that Billy Cirillo?
Is it?
Yeah.
So Johnny's out. He's probably hurting again.
Yeah. Yeah, cramping.
Yeah, and that's Billy Sorrell. Yep.
I think John hurt his ankle in this game.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's
I'll
right.
tell you, that was the story of our season. The injuries really.
Oh,
Yeah.
ravaged us, man.
Yeah.
It's no excuse, obviously, but it's
All right, so
crushed.
this is the play here.
I think it's
Everything kind of changes. So let's play this one with the sound.
Oh. Special teams, man, always killed us.
This is like one of those things, like as a coach, you always try and like mention every scenario. So like this is something I think if we did a better job, just like, hey, Kev, you could still punt this sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's not an issue.
Yeah,
Right there. Yeah.
I'm sure Fred Freeman kick it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what it is? Sometimes, like, when you're such a special player,
Yeah.
you're used to making plays, and you think, okay, like, I'll just make a guy miss here and take it 15 yards for first down.
Right.
But it doesn't always work that way. And I think that's kind of what Kevin's probably had in his head there. You see a lot of fields, and you think you're going to be all right, and then you're just not.
I'm not trying to put anyone on blast. Who's the long snapper again? Was it Cubita at this point?
I think it was Q.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so this kind of puts a pit in our stomach a little bit, not just because, like, it happens, but also, like, okay, well, just flip field position, and, we're probably going to have to punt again later.
Yeah.
Special teams, like you were saying earlier in the video.
Big tackle by Junior Dean Gizzo.
Yeah, man.
Good for him. He has a nice senior year, really nice senior year for us, but for him to make a play as a junior was great.
If he's playing Sam, they got me back in the middle, I think. Because if he's in, right?
Tommy,
I have no idea what I'm doing.
I don't mean to laugh, but I'm just like, I see Lucia in the stands, and I see you looking to the sideline.
I have zero clue.
We're probably like telling you 9 million different things.
So it's funny at halftime. A little quick story. My girlfriend at the time was homecoming queen, and I was homecoming king, and there was supposed to be like this whole ceremony at halftime. But instead of me going out on the field, I think it was you, Tony, trying to teach me how to play.
The entire middle linebacker position?
Definitely. So
Oh,
that's just a little quick story on that. Missed the ceremony.
Oh, God.
Oh, you missed the photo op with the little king crown on your head.
Well, let me tell you, good thing you did, because we needed every bit of you in this game.
It was not pretty. I didn't.
Got into a little trouble, I presume. It's this time they throw it out there. On a 2nd and long, throw a little out. Kevin comes up, makes the tackle. No problem with that. All right. And they run the post wheel. Tommy, great coverage there. He caught that. He was 3 yards out of bounds. And
I don't remember the throwing this much.
Y'all, I did because I was the one chasing the tight end the whole game. I knew he'd throw a lot, man.
So there's a couple of weird things with this play. So first off, they come out in 4th and 11 in a 2 tight end set. There's a bird just randomly flying on the field, and this makes it a kind of crazy play. They're going to run a little play called sweep and swap that they get a big good completion on. So let's take a look.
Great play. It was a great play.
Mike, you into coverage. Thank God.
Yeah, Mike ended up being there. I don't know what position you're playing now. If you're at Sam or
I'm in the middle. I'm pretty sure I'm in the middle.
yeah, you're just kind of helping out.
Yeah,
And that's what happens here because I guarantee if you were playing Sam, you would have been ready for this play. But now we have a backup, Dean Gizzo, in who falls for the toss. He comes up.
Yep.
That leaves the tight end open.
Yep.
That play may come back a little later.
I think so.
That play may come back a little later.
Yeah, it was a good play. I remember seeing that. And I was like, yo, that's a nice play.
It is.
We bid on it.
This time, I mean, we've done a great job stopping their running back, Super 11, Cole McCormick, to this point.
Mm-hmm.
We got going there for a little bit of 5-yard gain. They tried toss again.
Hard to stop him from the whole game. He was very good. You know, he's going to get his, you know, if he gets enough opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely. And there was Ricciardi and DeLeggy there for the tackle. They were trying that sweep and swap again, it looked like. And
Yep.
a timeout. This time they run regular toss, getting up the field a little bit.
Yeah, this was a good drive by them.
Okay, so now I need some talks here because I can't see what happens on film. I think Nick forces the fumble and recovers it.
Out, I think.
Let's take a look. Now I'm like they have no chance.
I know.
we just stopped their big drive. Their Super 11 kid just fumbled.
Yep.
Nick forced it. Nick recovered it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure too.
And what a great play by Nick there. And I'm like, we're in great shape. And this game's still not even close to over. It's like 9 minutes left in the game, but
so many things happen still.
yeah, there's still a lot to go on. This time we try a toss to Bronner. And they're there for it. Hand off to Johnny. Not much there. I said, now we kind of really want a first down, but we definitely don't want an interception or turnover. So I think we call a jet here to Justin Reyna. His second carry of the game. He gets upfield, gets it a good effort. Ends up just short. Coach Fred, are you on the call, Coach?
I'm on.
All right. It's your time. 4th and 1. Take us through, decided to go for it here because I know you've always, this is one of your toughest calls you ever had to make.
I guess when you look at it, second guess yourself, I should have punted it and trusted the defense, but I always believe in our offense.
Yeah.
And I think everybody pretty much said, let's go for it. I thought we would get it. Probably thinking back now, second guessing, we should have punted and just trusted the defense, but I didn't think – I just started getting that feeling with what they were doing offensively. They were moving the ball a little bit more that I thought if we could get them on their heels, we put the nail in the coffin here.
Do you remember that bad snap on the punt maybe altered your thinking too? The snap before.
No, now that you say it, I didn't watch the beginning, but maybe a little bit. I can hear Boyer in the headphones. You sure you want to go for it? You sure you want to? I said, yeah. And I mean, till this day, he's still killing me on this. But listen, I have the faith in 11 on the field, and we have the faith it's going to work. Sometimes it'll work. Sometimes it doesn't.
I think we all agree if we get this first down, the game's over because there's like right around 6 minutes left, after the not so good punt. We give it a good effort. So let's take a look. It looked like we ran veer, Tommy. Do you remember anything about this play? And then, you kind of just try to make
– You run it back one time, Tom?
Yeah, sure. Get caught up a little.
Yeah. I don't know what happened there. Sometimes they'll blow up the mesh, and they just hit you at a point where you're kind of – no matter what you do, the play is kind of dead. Right. That's what it looks like a little bit. And then I think I just tried to take from Johnny and just sneak out the back door, and they were right there.
Almost did. And Lucia's still in the game. So Lucia's became a two-way player at this point, after not playing much his first 2 games.
Yeah.
So it's 6 minutes left. They got good field position. They go down the field. A nice stop there by the D-line.
They must have ran a majority of their plays just in our territory.
Yeah, this quarter for sure. And you know what? Even the first quarter, you're right.
Mhm.
You know, they didn't get many yards.
No. Just
They tried a
thought-
little out and up there. Just sailed a little. Okay, fourth down coming. Let's see what happens here. Fourth and short. It's like you're in. Johnny Martin was in on the tackle, but he got just enough for the first down. It was close though.
Yeah.
Try it out this way. They throw a quick out. And, completion over there, Kevin. And there was a penalty there that gets us a little bit more life to a second and long, but finally Cole McCormick's going to get through, so let's take a look. Lucia's doing the best he can, but I think we know if Dylan and Dylan's in at this point, he's going to probably make this play if he's healthy, but that's going to happen.
Well, it was tough. You had guys that, you know, really played almost sparingly, now going both ways and, you know, giving her all. So, you know, you're happy to see them make a play when they can, but you don't expect stuff all the time.
Right.
Yep. And there's that kicker, man. You knew he was just going to knock it in. You just knew.
So I guess it's good to ask at this point. I know you guys are confident, but after that touchdown, you know, we've had a couple 3 and outs, 4 and outs now. Do you feel like the tide's kind of turned a little bit, or do you guys not really feel it as much?
No, you could definitely feel momentum when momentum switches in the game. You know, it's tough and you really rely on the guys next to you. When that momentum switch, you can feel it in the crowd, you can feel it in the game, the other team, and that's when you got to really dig deep with the guy next to you. And that's what I think we did the best at here, is just taking those punches, that wave, that momentum wave, and, you know, just battling it with us, you know. It was tough though. You
still definitely feel it though, you know, especially with the injuries and you know, and the bigger crowd there. You know, you definitely feel you didn't have that steam that we had, you know, off those big plays with Best Stone's catch or Best Stone's pick and Kevin's catch in the beginning. But I don't think there was ever a doubt that, you know, we could make the plays that we needed to make.
Yeah, it's almost like weathering the storm at this point, and it's tough because they're flying around.
Yeah, they were excited, man. Our offense, you know, started to slow down a little bit. We weren't hitting those big plays, like Joe said, you know, so it was a little tougher.
Yep. Third down and short, and I think we have a delay of game, which definitely hurts if it was. Looks like it, yeah. So that puts us from 3rd and 2 to 3rd and 7. And we're going to try and run Tommy on that ice play again, and he just is, you know, they're just there.
Yep.
And listen, I think if all of us would have signed up for playing against Rye, 2 minutes left, our defense on the field with the lead. Seriously. You know, take everything that's going into it. You know, we have what we want. And now we just got to execute. And this is going to be fun. So I think we're going to play pretty much all of these plays. You know, take our time. We'll play them with the sound because this is a very intense drive, very tense drive, and just a lot of fun. So let's enjoy it. So first play, they come out and jack double wing. They run that toss that they've been running successfully. We hold them for 4 yards. You know, good first play for them, but they're fighting the time a little bit here. So now they're going to go to their waggle play, I think. Let's take a look here. Talk to me, Joe. I knew it was coming, one of these. Sack number 2 for you.
Yeah, that was a big play. We were pumped about that. And, you know, usually when we'd be in the backfield like that, like we were saying before, you know, you see Johnny or Dylan back there with you. So, you know, just happy to get that one in.
Yeah. I feel like the coverage was good because we kind of like let you get your second pass rush there. You come and get a nice tackle there for a sack, putting us in.
Yeah, definitely. There was enough time for me to get back there.
Yeah. All right, third down coming here. So I remember this play, and sometimes you got to tip your cap to the coach. So
Yeah.
I think they knew we had a backup linebacker in. So what they do is they take one of their running backs from the backfield and they release him to Lucia's side, who sees it just a little late getting there.
Yep.
They get a big first down, and
Yep.
that's a good play call.
That's the story I think of this whole drive. I think they started attacking that side of the field.
Yeah.
We were in a lot of man-to-man, so that's a real good call against that defense. You know, to have any linebacker, forget about it,
Yep.
a backup linebacker to come out and cover the back out of the backfield.
Yeah, especially from the opposite side like that. And they get a big first down. I remember because I was like my second year of coaching. I was like 19 years old. I'm like, I remember just being like a spectator. I remember my heart was out of my chest at this point. Try a little quick out this time. Bastone's there. Nothing too crazy, but they're moving it.
This kid might have had 30 pass attempts. I'm not even kidding. We've never had a team throw on this many balls on us before. It's amazing.
Looked like this ref was calling it complete. Tommy was like, no. Nick's like, no. And I got the call right, I guess, which is good.
Thank God for that back ref.
Third down coming here. Another big opportunity for us. Tight end trips. Looks like they ran the same play. Now they're flipping the formation. They're seeing something they like here. Let's see if they run it again. This time coverage was better. I know Mike Bastone leads the team in tackles, but I just like this is technically a tackle for him. He kind of just like touches him out of bounds. It counts. We'll give him more. Here comes that sweep and swap again. This is like now the second time they're running this. Let's take a look here.
Tight end got me on that one, man.
Well, you know, they're running so much toss at you, right? They ran toss, a couple times earlier this drive, way earlier in the fourth.
He did a very good job of engaging me, like he was going to block and then slipping out. He was probably the best one I've ever played that did that. And
that's pickup right there, 24?
Very good, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, 24. That was their tight end. He was very, very good, man.
He was a stud.
Yep, he was. He was even better the next year. He's a junior this year.
Junior? That kid was a junior?
Yeah, he plays better his senior year. All right, so they run toss again.
Oh. Nick was out of his mind, sick. Out of his mind. Oh, my God. I remember that. That's the game.
I remember just like watching it like go right into his chest.
Oh.
And be like, it's done. It's not.
Oh.
I don't think he knew what to do because, like.
I know, it's right there.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, Tom, you had an unbelievable view.
I too. I thought this was, I thought this was the end of us. I can't lie.
Yeah.
It couldn't have been any easier. I remember Nick just being so upset after it. Like, we had to do it for him at that point, but I didn't think we had a chance after this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was tough.
I'm glad. I'm sure you guys on the field did, but as coaches, we're like, we have our opportunity to beat them, and that was it. And what's amazing is you guys found a way to still do it, honestly. All this momentum against you.
You really feel that momentum, too. And I feel like they got a train full of fans after halftime for some reason. I don't know why. The crowd, swelled.
Yeah, they put themselves, all over here, too. They wanted a view.
I never seen anything like that.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah.
I think, you know, there's also two kind of different attitudes on the field too. When we saw something like that happen, like that with the D line kind of bands together, they're like, come on, we got to make a stop.
Yeah.
And, you know, when there's a little bit of a commotion in the secondary. So, you know, we were definitely a little bit nervous about it. I kind of get the feeling now, even though I know how it ends. But we're definitely
we're definitely in tough shape here. And there's McCormick going now. We feel like his leg's starting to go.
Yeah.
They're going to run another inside handoff.
Strong. He was a strong runner, man.
Yeah, he absolutely was. All right, guys. So now we got the ball, first down and goal from the 7. There's, you know, a minute 12 left. Let's just take it down play by play if we can. Let's play with the sound and let's have a discussion about each one because each one is kind of cool in its own way. So really great job here by senior Mike DeLegge. Kind of bubbles the play back, and they kind of run it right at us. And DeLegge ends up making the play. Now, something happens here. Notice 66 is our linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been our linebacker for now over 2 quarters.
Yep.
And now 66 is no longer there.
And you see Dylan hopping in the middle, man.
Dylan's on there with one leg. So I think there was a timeout in between this. Do you remember him coming on the field, guys, or just like he kind of just showed up sort of thing?
I remember
vividly.
Dylan.
I just remember
Dylan.
Dylan running on the field. Okay. I'm pretty sure he didn't tell a coach, ask anybody.
Probably not.
Sprinted on the field, probably grabbed Lucia and was like, you're out of here. There is no way Dylan was missing this.
Yeah.
Dylan loved football more than anybody I've ever met. Okay. He loved this. He lived for this. He would be able, for him not to be in here, he would not be, he didn't have to, he couldn't walk, you know. If he could walk, he'd be in here. So he was there, you know.
Yeah, and I think it fired you guys up here because you're going to need every one of you working together to get this stop because I've been coaching against Rye a long time. When they're inside the 5, they always score. Always. No one stops them. I don't care who they are. They're excellent on the goal line, and they always have been. And this play here is the scariest looking one, so let's take a look.
They're in truck there. They're in unbalanced.
Yeah, we don't recognize it, Coach.
We don't recognize it.
Wow.
You know,
They got end over on this.
I think you're trying to say it, but at this point, it's almost like too late.
Yeah, we're trying to tell them.
You know what's funny is Tommy actually comes over. Mike's like in the wrong spot because he should shift over, but Tommy comes over, so it's like we do have enough guys.
Not Nick though. Nick should be all the way over.
Yeah,
all the way over to the slot.
Yep.
It's a bad read by the tailback because he had the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably right. He cuts in. You know what, though? Dylan's able to kind of get out there on one leg and force the play in, and he forces it to Johnny. And Johnny don't miss tackles. So Joe's there, too, and we're just fighting. But I remember that from the sideline. I'm like, oh, God.
Think they're going to push him in. That battle. Oh.
This is the third down. I just love looking at this play because now you see everyone just working together. So let's take a look. I have that vivid memory of Joe Ricciardi just like holding on and trying to bring him down 43 there.
Yep.
And it's just like 7 of you all just pushing. Like,
pushing.
Awesome.
Every ounce.
There's really no other choice. You know, that guy was not coming across that line.
Oh,
you love Dylan on one leg. Look at him. Just grabbing people, pushing them back, hobbling around. Oh, it's so amazing.
Dylan could barely walk at this point. I don't know how he was even in the game.
But really, when you look at it, there's all 11 of us pretty much in the picture here. Kevin's hopping in, just trying to make sure they stay out. They're on less than 2 yards to go. So I think it's important that we just kind of, ask you guys before the play, and then we'll have a long discussion before this epic play happens. Anything remembering before the play, even if people on the sideline, I know Adamo, you're on the sideline at this point, but anything you're kind of remembering or leading up to this moment, or was it just like one big blur?
No, I remember it like every detail. So I think there was a timeout before. I'm pretty sure there was a stop in the game. There was a timeout.
Yeah.
So we're all in a huddle on the sideline. Coach Fred comes over, and you could tell like everything in his mind is just working like a million miles per hour. He's like, all right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna, I think he started to blitz somebody, and then he's like stunt. Then he just like pauses, and he looks at us, and he goes, guys, just go play football. I'm getting goosebumps now because I'll remember it the rest of my life.
Nothing pumped us up more than something like that.
And that was it. And we were like, okay.
Telling the boys to play that just want to play. Yeah.
Let's go do it.
So no stunt, no blitz?
No, it was nothing. It was straight up. Straight up. That's it.
Stop.
Never forget.
Stop them.
That's awesome. I didn't know that story.
Yep.
So no stunt, no blitz, just you guys versus them. And
go play football. That's it. And that's what we did. And that's all we did.
This is a wild play. Let's just watch it uninterrupted and let's have a long discussion.
The anxiety still. I still can't believe it. You still expect him to like go over the sideline, but he's just no. He's a great tackle.
Adamo, see you out there.
Okay, I have so much to say, but let's just first go to you guys. We'll just keep running the play through, but I mean, just from the play call to like the way he almost scored. Just talk to me. What's going on here?
So pass, obviously. We're just trying to hold him. Oh my God! All I knew is I wasn't gonna let my guy score. I was probably holding him like no other. But
you're pretty good. You're okay.
I saw him just running up, and who hits him first? I always say, was it Kevin or Keogh?
Keogh gets him.
Keogh gets him.
I'll try and pause it.
And Johnny's in there.
Stop the momentum, though. I think he was going to go if he didn't stop that momentum.
That's true. If Keogh doesn't get this little trip up on him, he probably runs in. He gets just a little bit there and trips him up a little bit.
And I'll never forget, I saw the ball, and I was like, wow, he didn't reach the ball out, so he's not going to score. And that's exactly – you see the ball die like a foot before the line, man.
I wonder if these guys swear that they won the game.
Nah, they know they didn't. They know they didn't, man. They know they didn't.
So on the coaching aspect, I mean, of all the plays that I could have said was coming, and Coach Panio knows I probably went over 15 different plays, this would never be one of them. I never do. They would do sweep and swap on the 1 yard line.
Right.
It took me off guard, and it's probably the factor of we were stronger than they are. I mean, this is a trick play. I mean, it's a gimmick play, and you would think knowing Rye all these years now, they would go straight at you with a toss or some sort of power. And then the second part is I was just waiting for that referee to put his hands up for a touchdown. I didn't think they had the guts to have the big bag Rye go against them. So I was waiting for the other shoe to drop and just sitting here waiting. If you could see me on the sideline, just waiting for the referee to put his arms up. So, I mean, it was crazy.
You know what it is? This ref at the top of the screen, this guy comes in. So the ref over here in the goal line, I think is ready to signal touchdown because he's like nodding his head yes. But this ref over here at the top of the screen comes sprinting in, shaking his head no. He is adamant he's not in. So, like, if you watch him.
He sees that ball, man. I'm telling you. He had the same vantage point I did, that ref.
He's right there.
He sees that ball.
He's saying no. He's saying no.
Yep.
It's the right move,
just kind of looking.
He marks it.
Down.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, I can tell you it was like it was one of those games where everything was so close. You know, the whole game, it was always that, you know, we were just that little bit short, and they were just over the first down mark, like the entire game.
Right.
And like you said, you know, like whenever, you know, certain schools in a section, you know, they come with that prestige, and you always think the refs are, you know, not to make excuses, but like the calls seem to always go their way. And I just remember getting pushed like back out of the play and looking from behind, just like, oh my God, this kid just scored on the last play and we lost after playing so well.
Yeah. And
then they come over and say no, and it was just, you know, ecstatic immediately.
Nice. I felt like it's when I was doing the stats for this, I'm like, who do I give the tackle to?
Yeah,
so I ended
right.
up giving it to 4 people because, and I think it's important to mention, especially for the younger kids watching. There are 4 people a part of this tackle. And I think there's something unique about all 4 people. There's something in comparison with all 4 people. The first one who makes the tackle is 78, James Kehoe. He trips him up. He started as a varsity sophomore. He played his sophomore year. All right, you ready for this? The next guy's in on the tackle, 79, Mike DeLegge, kind of getting his arm in there late. He came up as a sophomore and played varsity and started. The next person who makes the big hit in the middle is Johnny Martin. Mm-hmm. Johnny Martin was a sophomore who played, his sophomore season. He ends up making the tackle. And Kevin Bronner as well. So I know Coach Kevin Bronner was also a sophomore. So all 4 players were 3-year varsity players. And I know Coach Fred could say, you know, what I'm about to say is that we have some kids in the program now that, like, you know, don't want to come up as sophomores. But I think it pays huge dividends because all 4 guys here are part of this, you know, game-winning play had been playing varsity for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And they end up making such a tremendous play as a team. You know, everyone kind of contributes there. And, I mean, it was just awesome.
The eruption after, man. That top 5 best feeling of my life. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, James. I'll never forget James Kehoe falling down.
Look at it.
It's unbelievable. Adamo's running out there.
Oh man, that's great.
That's why we play for moments like this. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, it was so awesome.
What a game, huh?
Oh man,
awesome.
And what's underrated is, see, we're only 13-7. They have, I think, 1 timeout left, and there's still like less than a minute left, so they could hypothetically have a timeout. Now we're on our own goal line.
Yeah.
What's underrated is there's a penalty. Now, Coach Friend, I'm gonna say to you, I always thought Dino Gar got the penalty.
He did.
I want to show you something here. It's interesting. There is a random fan that runs onto the field.
No way.
I swear to
God. Guy.
Watch this. It's a guy from the Rye crowd. He runs onto the field. Watch it.
Look how sick they are. Oh my God, I never watched their fans.
Okay.
I see it at the top.
Yeah, watch at the top. He's wearing like a kind of jacket, which is kind of weird. He's running on the field. I don't know if it's Dino, Coach.
I'm pretty sure it was Dino, but I mean, who knows at that point? But I thought it was.
Gotcha.
And it was huge, and that got us from the inch-yard line to, you know, now we could take a knee in peace.
Yeah. So I always found it interesting. Some guy just kind of runs onto the field, and the ref throws a flag because I always assumed it was, you know, Coach Dino, and he ended up getting that. And we'll kind of just let it play through here, as the fans were as happy as could be. So at this point, we now just have to take a knee, and the game's pretty much over. And you know, we're going to go on to win this one and move to 3-0 and give them their first loss in over 60 games over 7 years. As a players, you know, Mike Nader, I'll start with you as like a captain. Like, what did that mean just to kind of win this game? And, you know, obviously I know what your answer is going to be, but just take me through it.
It was everything to us, man. And it was just, we expected to win every game, and we had very, very high hopes for this season. And it was just, honestly, it was part of the plan. And it really was. We came in expecting to win the game, and we did our job. And that was it. And, you know, we expected it, and we came in, we had a plan, and we executed it. And it was beautiful, man. One of the best moments of my life. My dad ran on the field.
Pops is out there.
Yeah. There was nothing going to stop me.
Ran right through security. Joe, what about for you? What did this mean?
About the same, if I know these guys remember this, we, like Mike said, we had high hopes for the season, so I remember, between Nick and Dylan going States, the whole preseason, and I mean, it was, it was in our minds that we could beat any team, and then to come against a team that we weren't supposed to be able to beat and do it, it meant everything to us.
Yeah, very well said. I forgot the States call.
Yeah.
Coach Payne,
Yeah.
I'm going to go off, but
Okay.
I don't know anything about Zoom, so but you can see my face, right?
Yeah, we got you, Coach.
I put it up, but
Yeah.
there's 3 things in my office that are hanging on the wall, and two, no more than 3. But one of the big things is a picture of the scoreboard. Eagles 13, Visitors 7,
Nice.
and me shaking hands with Dino Gar in the same picture that was given, I think, by the senior class to me.
Nice.
And I think this is 2009. It's 12 years. It's still on my wall. The other one is the Harrison scoreboard from that. So it's one of my 2 biggest career wins as a coach. So I just want to thank the guys on the call. Hope I really enjoyed being on there for a little bit, and hope you guys enjoy the rest of the call.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach. Good to see you.
Absolutely.
Take care.
Before we get into the box score, I want to hear from Adamo and Tommy, obviously. A couple things. We obviously didn't play John J. Cross River. We played Rye, so my mistake there. And I spelled Bronner's last name wrong. Obviously, there's 2 N's, so my mistake there. I had done this over Memorial Day weekend, so I was not in, like, the typing mood, I guess. But Adamo, let me hear from you a little bit. Obviously, you had a huge game. Some of the biggest plays of the game. We were right behind you, sort of thing. What did this win mean to you?
Yeah, I'm looking for the pancake stacks on your.
I'll be better. I'm
Like Mike said, I think we kind of expected to win.
Yeah.
I think that I think we were coming into the season on another level. We were just how we were coming into the gym, how we were at practice. I don't think we've ever worked together better through all the years that we played together coming into our senior year.
Yeah.
And, coming off that Saunders game where we were just absolutely ran through them, the big game against Poughkeepsie, and we were just ready to beat these guys. All the talk about, their streak.
Yeah.
We knew that there was going to be a lot of fans there and everybody, them preparing for it and getting the extra bleachers, and it was the most fans that I've had at a game. So there was a lot of excitement and build up around it. And, we were at home, so we couldn't lose,
Yeah, homecoming too.
Yeah.
It was a huge game for us. And I think we knew we were going to win the whole time. I really do. Even when we got a little scared in the end there and when we were just trying to run out the clock and it wasn't really working out, I don't think we lost faith.
No, yeah, clearly. And I would definitely say, regardless of what happens the rest of the year, we start getting some injuries and we know what's going to happen, between Bronner and Johnny Martin. But I think the important thing was you guys have a win that, is on the Eastchester vault, so to speak. But it's something that's like one of the best games of all time. And one of the biggest moments, you guys stepped up and did amazing. And, all you senior guys, really did a great job, making that happen. And even for the people not on the call, they did an awesome job. Tommy, what about you? You were a junior in this game. You go on to have an awesome senior season as well. But what did this win mean for you?
I mean, for myself personally, playing JV with the group of guys that were seniors, if I remember correctly, we tied them at Rye when we were in JV.
Good call, Tommy.
Not that you put like a lot of stock in JV games, but like for us at the time, that was like the same epic game at that point. Like, like there's memories of that I could like quote you just as much as this game.
Right.
So, especially after being in, a couple of years of varsity and seeing how, one game at times was the difference between making the playoffs or not. When you were still a really good team, understanding the importance of winning every single game and, every single play could mean whether or not you made the playoffs or not at that time.
Yeah.
So, just the emotion that went into it and to have, come out on top, in the rematch, if you will, it meant a lot, and especially to do it with a group of guys that, we were with.
Yeah, I remember that JV game. I remember you guys tie in and like you guys should have won sort of thing. So I'm like, it was nice to get a little revenge from that too.
That was Santa was our head coach.
Yeah,
And
I know he
Yeah.
remembers that game.
yeah.
he definitely does. He's told me about that
I think
game.
there was, if it almost felt like an unofficial rivalry because I know, long-standing Harrison versus Eastchester, was a big game always. But, for our team specifically, we felt like we had a little chip with Rye. Maybe even more so. I mean, I could only speak for myself, but, I would say equally, if not more so than Harrison, we felt like, Rye was our team to beat.
I think there was that
And we did it.
you had to like really knock off. It's the one thing that hasn't happened in a while. So I think I can understand what you're saying, Joe.
Yeah.
So here are the stats, and then we'll give some final thoughts, and we'll wrap it all up here. So we only had 4 official passes. I feel like we threw more than that, but I guess some stats.
Really?
Tom was 3 for 4, 188 yards, a touchdown. He also had 14 carries, 50 yards. What's kind of crazy is that for a team as good as running the ball, we didn't really run the ball that well versus them. They did a good job stopping us. We only ran for like 100, something yards. But Johnny Martin, had the big touchdown, 34 yards on 7 carries, and Kevin Bronner, obviously his receiving stats. He's only got a caught pass, 3 catches, 188 yards, and a touchdown. I think that's a pretty good yards per catch, 60 something, 63.
I was gonna say even for Tommy, 3 passes, 188 yards. That's beast,
Not too bad.
Yeah.
It's
I think maybe like 40 were in the actual air.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right.
Kevin ran under a few and took it a long way. If you were to tell me on this defense, now Mike Bastone, like we said, he only played 3 years. If you were to tell me he was to lead this team in tackles, I would have never believed you. 10 tackles and 1 interception. Our weak cornerback, not so weak in this game, Mike Bastone with a huge game. Our D-line was awesome. I'll skip Johnny Martin for a second, but Mike DeLegge, Joe Ricciardi, James Kehoe. You guys all had over 6 tackles or better. Joe had a sack and a half. James Kehoe had a half a sack. And, I'm telling you, I do a lot of games. To see 3 starting defensive linemen to have over 5 tackles is pretty insane. So you guys had a really good game versus a very good offensive line. Johnny Martin was Mr. Consistency. He always had, a lot of tackles, so 7 tackles and a forced fumble. Nick DePippo had a good game as well, 6 tackles, a pass deflection, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery in the fourth quarter, which was huge. Mike Nader had 5 tackles. Bronner had 5 tackles, and Nick Orlando had 3 tackles and a sack. So nice team effort when you see all these guys contributing with these tackles, and that was your guys' defense. You guys had a lot of talent, but it always seems like someone could make a play for you guys, and you guys did a good job. So before we stop the recording, first off, I want to, really appreciate you guys coming on. I know there was only 5 or 6 of us here, but I feel like this was a very lively discussion, and you guys did a really good job just participating and being a part of it. And I hope you guys enjoyed being a part of it because that was a lot of fun to go through. It really was one of my more fun experiences as a coach, as a young coach, and I'll never forget that game. So I'm sure you guys feel that way too. But any final thoughts before we start wrapping up here?
No, man, just thank you for everything, Tony. It's a great thing you're doing, every week with these, and it's awesome. And I hope that the young guys watch these, and just they cherish these times. They go by quick, but they're memories for a lifetime. There's not a day go by that I don't think about football, and I don't think about my friends on that team and just all the memories we created. Go by fast, but just enjoy the moment. That's what I would say to them if I was in front of them right now.
Really well said, Mike. Thank you for that.
Tell them, like you were saying before, if there were kids that didn't want to go up, sophomores that didn't want to go up, these are the games you play for. You play for your senior year when you guys are at hopefully your peak maturity, and, you guys could all play together and really make that final year special. So, glad that the guys that we played with did that and that we were able to come up and, join them with some experience and, be able to play such a great season together.
Yeah, Joe, thank you. It was. You guys did an awesome job, and this game was just so much fun. You guys had an awesome year. 7-2. With all the injuries you had towards the second half, you guys finished the year very strong. And winning that last game versus Harrison as a bowl game was awesome, and you guys finished the year awesome in a great way. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, and just, thank you again, Tony, for setting everything up. And hopefully, a lot of the younger guys and even kids who aren't in the program yet, can try and look at some of this stuff and see and, just realize, we went through so much together when we were practicing and playing. And, the 5 of us are now in totally different places. We may not see each other as much as we'd like, but you have memories like this that bring everybody back together. And at the end of the day, nobody cares if you were somebody in the back holding the water bottle or if you were, scoring 90-yard touchdowns. It's memories that we're all going to have together, and it's just important to continue to be as part of the sport.
Yeah, thank you, Tommy.
Right.
Yeah, no matter who you are, it's special for everyone that's on the team, and very very correct about that. Adamo, final thoughts before we wrap it up?
Yeah, thanks again for doing this. I really appreciate it. I think these guys, they really said it best, and these are memories we're going to remember forever. We're still talking about it 12 years later. So, just enjoy every minute of it because, like Mike said, it goes by fast, and soon you'll be has-been sitting in your living room.
With the lights on, at least, Adamo.
Yeah.
with the lights on, hopefully.
Well, again, I want to thank you all for coming on at this point. You guys, are a very special group to me, especially early on in my coaching career. But then I had you guys when I was a senior, and you guys were sophomores, and we always knew you were going to be a very talented and good group. And you guys obviously, did that and beating Rye. Now we haven't beaten Rye since then. It's something that we haven't done. We haven't played them every year, sort of thing. But you guys are still the last team to beat them. So hopefully one of the younger guys watching this could be the next team that beats them. It'll be special for them too. But I really appreciate you guys coming on.
Yeah,
It was a ton of fun. And
hopefully this is the last off season. You could say that, Tone. But thank you again, man. This has been great. It was a great trip down memory lane.
Yeah.
And I might have to jump into another tape soon.
Yeah, listen, you guys had some other good games in 2009, and 2008 was a great year too. Yes. So we'll definitely get a game from there. So, keep your phones close by. We'll try and get another game in the next few months, and we'll hope to get you guys on again. All right?
Awesome, guys.
Will do.
Good seeing
Thanks,
everybody.
Yeah, good seeing everyone.
See you guys.
Bye, guys.
All right.